Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. My name is Venetius, and this is Game 4 of the Reddit IRC5's NA Games. I'm joined here by Death Squirrel.
Greetings! Greetings, Reddit, and everyone else out on Twitch TV.
Alright, we did just get our 10th person in-game. We're going to wait for everybody to get on to Mumble, and then we'll be on our way here. We are having some technical difficulty, apparently, with somebody on Mumble.
It's always something.
So have you been watching the pro circuit past couple of weeks?
I have not, actually. I did get to see the North American Championships live back at PAX Prime last year, which was pretty cool. But I haven't. Work and other things have been keeping me from paying attention to the world of esports recently.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've been too busy trying to find a job. I graduated back in August, so the plight
Oh,
of the
congratulations!
unemployed college student.
Yeah, unemployment. Yeah, it's a bitch. I dealt with a lot of that earlier this year. Played a lot of LoL. You know, League of Legends is the game that helped me quit my World of Warcraft addiction.
Fun, I suppose.
Yeah, well, it's just kind of substituting heroin for methadone.
Yeah, exactly. Not quite all the negative stigma applied, but higher risk of death.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so unfortunately we did have our sub drop out just now. Apparently his dogs are on fire, so he's got to go take care of that. We do need one more support for Team 1 of this game. I'm totally not talking and typing right now.
I couldn't tell.
Luckily with NA we do typically have better turnouts and a bit of a larger pool to pick from, so it shouldn't take us too long to find us a support. Whoa. Bad. I almost messed up my LOL client there.
We got a bunch sitting in the chat room. Or do you have somebody?
What chat room is that?
The Reddit 5v5 chat room.
Oh, derp. I forgot to join that.
There we go.
Coxican, there we go.
Boom, he's got dibs. Ever since the International Dibs Treaty of 1944, by calling it, you're guaranteed a spot.
Coxican, of course, everybody's favorite Caucasian Mexican.
Tommy the Conexican, Vancouver-dwelling Mexican.
Alright, so now once he gets set up on Mumble, we will be able to get this game started. Luckily, he is one of our more regular attendees, so he does have Mumble already set up. He's just got to jump into a room.
Yeah, Mumble was a pain in the butt to set up earlier. It took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours from when I started downloading it to when I actually got into this channel. Wrong version, couldn't get in authentications, and then I was given the wrong password. Just this. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's always fun. Alright, I'm seeing he has entered their Mumble channel, so we will be getting started here momentarily. So I'm very interested to see what this patch has done psychologically to the picks and bans and whatnot.
Well, I think it's interesting that Blitz is still getting the crap banned out of him, even though he had a major nerf, especially to his grab. He's only got 2 grabs in him before he runs out of mana anymore, so... At level 1, anyway.
Yeah, I think it's just the amount of... What's the word I'm looking for? The problems it can cause. You know, just even if he just lands one pull and gets his knockup off, can just be absolutely devastating.
Alright, here we are, entering the bans. I would just like to take a moment to thank the Reddit community for letting me do this. This is my first time casting, and I hope that it will not be my last.
And we're glad to have you. Not that I speak for the Reddit community.
Well, you kind of are right now.
Here a second.
Right now, we are the voices of the Reddit League of Legends community.
Alright, yeah, I'm down with that.
Blitzcrank, Amumu, Alistar, no surprises there. Kha'Zix.
Again, not really, not particularly interesting picks. I'm actually surprised a lot of people feel the need to ban Alistar. At one time, not too long ago, I want to say within the past 2 or 3 months, he had the 6th lowest win percentage of any champion. And he was still, you know, a member of the notorious Big 5 bans, being Blitzcrank, Malphite, Amumu, Alistar, Shen.
I started playing back before Gangplank's rework, and he was consistently banned, and that was frustrating for me because Gangplank is my main.
Ah, I'm sorry.
He hasn't been banned in a long time though, so I'm happy about that.
No,
although, I guess that means he needs some. I guess that just means he needs more buffs, so people want to ban him.
I don't know, I think Gangplank's in a good place right now with the new items.
Oh yeah, the rework of the Executioner's Calling brings back his, the old poison that he used to have. And there we have our first pick. It's a Malphite, a jungle Malphite.
Am I imagining that there was no ban, or no third ban for the blue team?
No, blue team passed on their third ban. Either they couldn't decide, or just time ran up, or they like, whatever, fuck it.
Maybe it was a strategic play on their part.
A strategic play, psych them out. We don't care what you pick for that, because these are the only 2 champions that we feel need banning.
Yeah.
We can handle everything else. It's a psychological move. They're trying to psych them out.
Well, certainly we'll see if that works in their favor. We do see Malphite being picked up very quickly for Felchmaster of the blue team. Looks like he is going to be going jungle. I can only assume the revive is a troll pick, unless this is all part of his master plan. He was the one banning.
Well, revive... I feel revive is highly undervalued, and there's certain champions that can make good use of it, and I can't imagine anything more scary than a revived Malphite rushing in extra speed, extra health, and then ulting onto an already weakened team.
Right, but the question is whether or not he would have already had... Well, he would have already used his ult before going down.
Most likely,
Which is why I think most people are... yeah, I think we're being trolled with summoner spells here.
They don't want us to... Perhaps they're just picking Smite Ignite, or Smite Revive, so that, nobody who might be watching the stream can see what they're actually picking. I don't know.
Except if I go take a look at my handy-dandy schedule. I can more or less ascertain who's going where. Alright, so let's catch ourselves up here. We did have Malphite for our first pick. Purple team picked up Darius and Ari for their first round picks. Very safe picks, very strong champions. And blue team's second round of picks went to Fiddlesticks and Caitlyn. So we could be seeing a Fiddlesticks mid or jungle, Malphite jungle or top.
The interesting thing about Caitlyn is she's the only one on their team that is not currently jungling.
Yeah. I actually wouldn't be opposed to seeing a multi-jungle team in one of these games. It's something I think, like you were saying with Revive, I think it's very undervalued. You don't see it happen much since very, very early Season 2.
And we got a Diana and a Misfortune on purple team.
So I think it's safe to assume that'll be a jungle Diana since we already have an Ahri.
Right. They're probably going to trade after, but they just wanted to probably lock in Ahri so the other team couldn't get her.
No, yeah, absolutely. Ahri is a scary thing to have on either team. Almost as bad as Cho'Gath, which is why I'm surprised Zaya gave up that pick for Darius. This is going to be a scary team comp if that's what it stays for blue team. The combination
lot of knockup
on a Zyra Fiddlesticks and Malphite is just absolutely devastating. And obviously
so much AoE stun, and yeah, there's no way anyone's getting away from that.
Yeah. It's AoE knockups, AoE slows, AoE stuns and snares, and then just huge AoE damage on part of Morgana, Fiddlesticks, and Zyra.
It looks like Coxican did not get the revive memo.
Well, he was a sub, so that's understandable.
Perhaps they didn't have time to fill him in.
They actually don't have revive in Mexico. So that's his Mexican roots coming through. Let's see, it looks like we need a support from the purple team. It'll be interesting to see what they pick of here. Caitlyn Zyra, obviously very long range, very poke heavy team, but very squishy, very susceptible to ganks. So it could be interesting. Given that Diana isn't a super strong ganker before level 6, they should be pretty safe.
We got our Sona. Potentially we could see some interesting AoEs coming from both sides now, because we got the AoE stun on Sona. Darius can grab them all in. Arya throw her ball. Misfortune just fire away and pelt them all down. We'll see what happens.
You'll see, I think it's a good matchup on either side. Neither really giving anything to the other. The synergy between Sona MF in particular is very, very powerful early game. The extra AP and AD that Sona will be able to give MF will make her pokes absolutely devastating. It should more or less negate the effectiveness of Zyra's plants, which obviously is something you want to do if you're not picking up a Nunu or something like that.
Right. Now either they're going double jungle, or because it seems as though Morgana and Caitlyn have left their revives behind, so.
It could be. Or, you know, we could just be getting trolled more.
Well, I think it was a counterintelligence strategy, just in case anyone on purple team had somebody watching the stream and could say what summoner spells they were picking.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody's that worried about it, but I suppose you could be right.
That's the only explanation I can think of. Either that or just trolling us.
I mean,
like, what the hell are they doing?
We do know who is supposed to be in what role based on the schedule, so I don't think anybody's too concerned about that.
Right, and all the revives have left the field. Revive was excited for just a moment there. It thought it was going to get some serious play, but it turns out, no. Just, it is not the preferred summoner spell by anyone.
It's still the redheaded stepchild of the league.
Well, it got promoted from redheaded stepchild for a little while. What with Surge?
Well, yeah, I suppose. But they got rid of that pretty quick.
Yeah, I always tried to find a way to make it work, and it never quite did.
I think Surge in particular was a very niche spell. It only really worked on champions like Teemo and Jax that actually did damage on their auto attacks with their AP.
Right.
Every once in a while you'd see a Kennen or somebody like that picking it up. I did see a pretty fantastic Heimerdinger play. It had Surge and Clairvoyance. He was
I was able to make Surge work on Ziggs. Ziggs is one of the few AP mids I've played that just can tear apart towers, and he's got that built-in sheen, and then the Surge made it a little better, threw the bombs a little faster.
Yeah, not to mention his range is long enough that he's pretty safe in that situation.
Oh yeah. I mean, he can surge, cast 3 spells, and he gets 2 procs of his little bonus damage while the surge is up. So
Yeah, I
it's
am
not. It's
interested to see here what we're gonna get as far as level 1 fights. If we'll see any invades going on.
I wouldn't count it out.
And both teams are very strong on that front. They don't have any of the typical champions you see just trying to avoid level 1 fighting at all the cost. And Sona obviously a huge boon to the purple team. All of her early game damage is also a big damage aura for her whole team. And, you know, obviously Zyra's power is a little lessened before she's able to summon her plants, but still quite a bit of damage from her.
Right. Well, they've already been at it for a good 2.5 minutes now, and we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs and wondering what they're doing in there.
Yeah, unfortunately,
10.
this is the, you know, the lamer part of the stream where we've got to wait for our delay to kick in.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the spectator mode was a really great addition, but leaves something to be desired.
Well, it's, you know, it's just unfortunate that we can't trust people to be honest in these types of situations. That is a bright white screen. That's probably my client crashing. Awesome. Let's give it a wait. Okay, never mind.
We got a couple of silvers on purple team, 1 silver on blue team. No, 2 silvers. There's Zyra. I did not see her over there.
So it looks like, as far as our fabled skin war is concerned, looks like it's going to go to the purple team, having at least 2 skins. All right, yeah, 2 skins for the purple team, only 1 for the blue team. I'm surprised. Very few skins in this game.
The last game, I believe we had a team, a full skinned out team.
Huh. Something interesting I just noticed. Diana opted to take Smite and Ignite. A combination you very rarely see.
I do it, but I don't know better.
See, I remember back in the day, Smite Ignite was what you took on people who weren't supposed to jungle. Like, there's a video of Jungle Teemo, and that's what he does, and he actually uses Ignite to kill creeps in the jungle early on.
Right.
So, very interesting to see that coming out here, especially with a Diana who is, you know, typically a pretty good jungler.
Well, we'll see what she does with it. Come on, Darius. Come on. Although, wouldn't he have loaded 3 minutes ago?
Yes. Or no. 3 minutes behind wherever we see him load in.
Right, right. And we have, let's see if we can take some bets here. Is he playing on a toaster or a TI-83?
My bet is almost always on toaster in these situations.
Maybe a Mr. Coffee. I haven't seen one of those in a while, but they do come out.
Playing on a Cuisinart.
And he seems to have gotten stuck on 94. Oh, no. There he goes. And Darius crosses the line. He is completely summoned. And we should be entering the Summoner's Rift any moment now.
Any minute now.
Any minute now.
And hopefully I don't know if everybody has seen the cross PvP net or whatever the heck it's called. The new client that will be coming out sometime in the future. Hopefully that'll make some improvements to the game. We are seeing a pause go out here, so... Oh, my chat is not displaying. I did recently reinstall Windows on this computer. I had some sort of corrupt video driver that was just causing all sorts of havoc. I don't know where to show chat. Never mind.
Can spectators see chat?
Yeah. I forgot you have to turn it on in the spectator screen rather than in options.
Right.
I'm guessing based on chat that we had a bug splat. Awesome. Let's check on Twitch chat here since I didn't open it back up, unfortunately.
Pause time remaining 28:53.
I think typically what we try to do in these situations is if he's not able to reconnect in 10 minutes, we'll give a shot at restarting the game, and if we can't with at least 45 minutes left before the next game, we'll just scrap it. Unfortunate. I don't think it's ever actually happened before, but it has come close. So just something to keep in mind for everybody.
Those of you watching at home, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Remember to get your toaster firmware updated and all your drivers and heating coils regularly checked to make sure that LOL runs optimally on your toaster.
And pray to your respective deities that Riot likes you on this specific day. So I think what we are seeing here is a bug splat. I am getting word from people in-game that it is still paused. Those of you watching Twitch can see the chat, of course.
And Darius is tabbed out watching porn.
So it's always nice to keep updated on, what the players are doing in the background. I'm going to try out a fun new toy I discovered. Apparently, XSplit, which I'm sure some of you are going to hate me for using, has a whiteboard app, or whatever you want to call it, that you can use.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, so...
It'd be John Madden. Boom.
Exactly. I can draw...
We got the Zara over here. Boom. Ari over here. Boom.
all sorts of pretty pictures. Actually,
Just no dicks.
with it'll always end up being, some form of phallic symbol, just between habit and whatever else. I feel like I should be scribbling out everybody's names as they talk. Keep everything confidential, because nobody can see any of that anywhere else. Go away, stupid icon thing.
And I just had an absolute retard moment. I tried typing in chat to respond to some of the things that I was seeing.
Seeing 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, 3 minutes ago, no less.
Yeah, it speaks to, and I can't believe I'm saying this, the quality of the spectator experience that you would make that mistake.
Well, I've never before been in this situation where I felt the need to respond to something in spectator chat. Usually when I'm spectating my friends, and we're already talking in TeamSpeak or Vent. So.
Can I replay the past 9 seconds before the pause? Yes, I can.
You can, yeah.
Why is the real question.
Yeah, why?
I wonder if it would just instantly start live since I've done that. Yeah, it does look like it updated the pause correctly.
Which channel are our teams in? Are they in Amumu and Ash?
No, I believe one of them is in Vlad, the other may be Ash. Let me check. Yes, it's Vlad and Ash.
Okay, and who's the delinquent that we're waiting on?
I believe it's Titus in the Ash channel. We could go pop in for a visit, I suppose.
Has reconnected.
Oh, summoner is reconnected.
Here, so maybe we got lucky. I keep forgetting to leave Twitch chat open in the corner of my eye.
Since you're the streamer, I will duck out for just a moment and check on them, and I'll be right back.
Alright, go ahead. God, I turned those pop-ups off, damn it. I know I did. I probably didn't. Alright, we are asking for readies in chat here, so hopefully we are seeing the game on pause now. Hooray!
Hello, I'm back. Yes, and I come back to see that things are now progressing, and I have a glimpse of the future. 3 minutes from now, the other team will have a fuck ton of wards.
Interesting.
According to somebody on
So
on
we
that
should
team.
be looking for blue team wards blue team warding very heavily in the next 3 minutes or so. It's always nice to have some insight. It doesn't look like red team is too concerned about a potential invade, and we do see Darius sitting up in his tribush there.
Well, red has stacked themselves, or blue has stacked themselves down at bottom.
They may be doing one of my preferred early game strategies, which is just to wait in the bush until they get sight of somebody and blow them to hell.
That's always fun.
What's particularly enjoyable when you have situations like one ranked game I was in playing Olaf that
Oh, we do have an invade coming, it looks like.
I got an early quadra kill before minions had spawned, so
Minions have spawned.
always try to pull for those types of situations.
And they're off! And down the bottom corner we have minions running, but the action is actually up here. Blue is doing a full-on invade, and oh, I feel sorry for that Sona.
Just
Whoa!
shy on the Morgana Q there.
Ah, she jumped it, and they know they're there. And purple is going for the other team's. It looks like we got some cross-jungle action. Everyone's getting each other's blue.
And the question now remains, who's going to put the other team in a worse situation? It looks like blue team is going to take at least one of those little creeps. I'm sorry, did the jungle fiddlesticks just give up blue buff? To Zyra. That may have been a mistake.
Or else he doesn't think that the other team tried to get his.
Could be. Well, no, they have wards. Those wards we were talking about before, they did ward their own blue, so they know that it's not gimped. Or it is gimped, rather. Interesting that nobody decided to go after wolves or anything like that. I wonder if Fiddlesticks is even going to be able to kill red without blue.
Diana, meantime, is not having any trouble getting her balance back. She cleared out wraiths, heading over to wolves. Darius got a bunch of experience over Malphite at the start of this, because Malphite decided to recall instead of sticking around over at the bottom half of the map.
Oh yeah, we can see he hit level 3 just before Malphite was able to hit level 2. And Malphite is typically not a champion Darius wants to be fighting in top lane, but it does look like with that level advantage, she is going to be able to pull ahead ever so slightly.
Malphite just needs to stay out of range until his shield gets up, and maybe not waste mana on cannon minions.
Yeah, I mean, as somebody who plays top lane often enough, Malphite's definitely one of the champions that I have mixed feelings about, because his mana costs are just so high and his damage isn't really that impressive. You know, he really shines in team fights for obvious reasons. And we can see Darius doing a good bit of damage to Malphite early on, as well as bottom team doing a number on the bottom team. Blue team
Oh, of
bottom
course.
doing a number on MF there. But it looks like Zara walked in for an extra, or a free tower hit. Taking a good bit of damage there.
Oh, and Sona's getting pelted. Oh, this could be first blood? No, not quite.
Whoa.
Up top.
Are you live? You're way behind, I think.
No, I'm looking up top.
Oh. Ha. My direction.
Yes, yes. I might not be. I might not be looking at what you're looking at. I have my own control over the battlefield, and okay.
And at bottom, we are seeing that long-range poke comp really doing its job for in blue team's favor.
Purple's very lucky that they got that advantage up top lane with that experience. Darius just hitting level 5. Malphite's still only 4. And Malphite just throwing his mana away.
Yeah, unless he's ready to go back and buy something important, I can't say that that's a good idea. Oh, we do see MF almost going down there to the combined efforts of blue team. Diana was going to come in for a gank there, but she was stopped by a Caitlyn trap. That would be my phone alarm. Shut
Oh, they knew she was there. They have those wards that we heard about.
And we are going to see
Now, if Darius hits 6 real quick, Malphite is in trouble. Can I see Darius's experience bar? I can. He is almost 6.
But he only has 134 mana. I believe his ult is 150.
Well,
No, I'm sorry, his ult
certainly
is 100
get
mana.
He'll get more than enough mana when he levels up.
He'll have exactly enough for a Q ult combo.
Malphite again, just sitting there, almost no mana bar.
I mean, to the credit of the players in this game, this is one of the slower early games we've had in our IRC5s. Everybody's playing very cautious and really doing what they should be doing as far as, you know, not overextending, not getting caught in gang situations.
Right. Yeah, instead of what a lot of beginners do, if when have with that long poke that we're talking about on blue team, Zyra and Caitlyn wisely, retreated to regain their health instead of staying out there.
Yep, we did see a very well-timed flash there from Malphite being able to avoid the Diana Darius gank. Say before level 6, Diana ganks are just really not that scary.
And Fiddle's going to see if he can do something. Unfortunately, Malphite's got himself a little pushed. I'm going to go check in on mid lane. We haven't really heard much from them. Just Morgana and Ahri trading last hits.
You see another
both at almost full
top.
set.
Darius able to escape before Fiddlesticks is able to fear him. Could have been his death. Though I have a feeling Fiddlesticks is still hurting from not having his first blue.
We're at almost 8 minutes. Blue should be respawning very shortly.
Purple team's blue buff has respawned, but blue team's has not because it was gimped by purple team's invade. So Fiddlesticks is going to have to wait, I'd say, another 30 seconds to a minute before it's going to spawn. It looks like he is going to try to go for purple team's blue there.
Right. Purple team does have a slight gold advantage, and then Darius is just getting more and more experience over Malphite.
Sona caught out here in the bush by Zyra's snare. Looks like she is going to go
and
ult. Wow.
Snipe and first blood.
That was, I think, maybe
Drops to blue team.
3 spells and 2 or 3 auto attacks on Caitlyn's part there. Did all that damage.
Oh, we have another team fight over here by blue. Wow. And
We see
Ahri goes down. Morgana's... in a hasty retreat. Who ended up with blue there? Morgana did. Sucks for blue. Or sucks for purple.
Yeah. I'm
But
sure
it's
blue team will have a timer on their own blue, so they should be able to prevent purple team trying to invade. Unfortunately, Fiddlesticks did have to die for it.
right.
But Morgana having that blue, with especially having two heavy sustain champs mid, is going to give her a very clear advantage over Ari.
Right. And Fiddle's just going to go pick up his own blue now. But purple team really needed that Fiddle kill in order to stay competitive here.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see much opposition from the purple team with Fiddlesticks and his blue there. Sona getting caught under her own tower again. Yeah, see, the combination of Zyra's Snare, her Q, and Caitlyn's Spilt Over Peacemaker is just plenty of free damage under the enemy tower. That's why we see this comp a lot. Diana got there just a little too late to stop Fiddlesticks from getting his blue there.
Gosh, this reminds me of any time I jungle. I just as much as possible, I end up living in their jungle, not my own. And we have a little bit of a fight up here. Malphite tossed back in. It's trying to escape. It's got a bunch of stacks. Ignite.
Wow.
Oh, and down he goes.
Yeah.
Good kill for purple there. Fiddlesticks is there to defend the top lane from any further damage, but
The combination of Darius's passive and Ignite is just so lethal when especially when you're at low health. There's just, no amount of healing will save you if you've got full stacks, full duration, and you're under, 50 health.
no.
Diana just
Darius did not.
Through her red encounter there. She was able to pick up red. She's going back now.
MF using her ult to clear minions, not a bad idea given how much damage their turret has taken, while Blue's bottom turret hasn't taken any.
Say, I'm surprised we haven't seen a lot more from Diana bottom. That should not have hit MF. That is nonsense. We need to see that again. That Caitlyn ult just flew right into Sona's face, and for some reason MF took the damage. That's absolute nonsense. Look at that.
Yeah, and
she was clearly off to the side there.
And in the middle, we still have some last-hitting competitions. Ahri has taken some damage. Not surprising, given that Morgana has that blue. But the towers are still at pretty much full health. Fiddle's in their jungle. Let's see if he wants to come in and help Morgana with a gank.
And speaking of last hitting, we are seeing each
Oh,
lane.
Diana's coming up. Action in mid. Diana's coming in for Morgana. And looks like no gank's going to happen, but Fiddle is waiting, and doing nothing.
I didn't realize it didn't actually put me back to live yet. I was about 10 seconds behind, but I am live now.
Well, live minus 3 minutes, as opposed to live minus 3
Well,
minutes,
right.
10 seconds.
Live for spectators. Just so much damage going up mid from combination Fiddlesticks ult and Morgana's. Did she Q and ult there? I think she did. And her tormented.
She
Soul
did not ult.
damage.
Her soul shackle is still
yeah,
up.
you're right. Yeah, I guess it just really wasn't needed with the amount of damage Fiddlesticks was able to put out there. Back to last hitting. We are seeing the lanes relatively even with the exception of top lane. Darius is solid 32 creeps ahead of Malphite right now. I don't really see that changing. Malphite's
He's also 2 levels now, as he just hit level 10, and Malphite is still only 8. Malphite is also It seems to be a thing he likes.
I'm a little surprised to see Darius opting for the early Giant's Belt over a Brutalizer.
Yeah, Brutalizer against Malphite here, press the advantage instead of being defensive would be a good choice, but is the Giant's Belt could possibly be in case he wants to tower dive. Let's see if he does it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's clearly working out for him. I'm just surprised he's not going for the heavy, damage. Well, we're going to see something happen down here bottom. Looks like Diana's going to get caught out by Zyra, but it's not going to be enough to take her down.
We got a Zyra ult, knocks up. Caitlyn's running.
Yeah, we see the range, the combination from blue team is just, it makes them incredibly safe. See Caitlyn out there not able to finish off Diana from a Sona heal and her own shield.
Now, they could have probably pressed that advantage if they had attacked that plant down instead of sitting there taking the damage as they retreated. But, you know, all hindsight is 20/20.
Well, naturally. Oh, we do see Fiddlesticks getting caught here in a ward by Darius, but it does look like he's going to be able to heal through Darius's damage. He hasn't gotten his spell vamp yet, so that's actually a surprising amount of healing in my eyes for early on. But then again, we do have a relatively low relatively speaking, a low damage Darius in the top lane right now, going much more for the long sustain.
Yes, late game, that's going to be something that they're going to have a lot of trouble with if he keeps up his this free farm that he's getting. Purple's gold advantage is certainly coming from Darius because it's not coming from bottom lane.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even though I say gold advantage, it's hardly anything. There's only about 200 gold difference between the two teams. 2 kills each. Still could go any direction.
See Fiddlesticks taking Diana's rates here. He is going to get caught by both Ahri and Diana. It looks like going to be
That's a dead fiddle.
We may be seeing
as
well.
But then there's a soul shackle. Goes off, and no, Diana's going to live through that, but she's going to have to go back.
I'm very surprised that Ahri's instinct was to retreat when Morgana came in. It was, you know, clearly a 2v1. Everyone was visible on both teams at that point. I guess it was just an initial response. She had her ult up. You know, didn't want to do damage for nothing.
Right. I mean, Morgana flashing into the middle of your group and soul shackling is a pretty scary thing.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have purple team with a clear gold advantage of almost 1,000 now. No, only 700.
Yeah, given the amount that Fiddlestick's been invading, I'm surprised that Diana is as confident as she is when she's at, you know, 25% health or less and taking big buffs.
Now, I'm not sure if I've actually seen Fiddlesticks with a blue buff. Yeah, he's just sitting there, he's holding it.
It looks like he's given them all to Morgana thus far.
Yeah, we assumed that first one was a mistake, and I think we mistakenly thought it was a mistake.
Well, the first one went to Zyra, so I still think that was a mistake. But it could be that, you know, the early game pressure is what snowballed bottom into having, the advantage we see it having. You see Fiddlesticks ulting down Darius here, but he's just got so much health, well-timed flash.
Good flash, but he's got a knock-up.
Yeah, wow.
Are they going to push it? No, they're not. They could, though. Darius is going to retreat, and looks like they're going to use this opportunity to get some clear hits. No, Darius is coming back. Darius does not want them to get that tower, but there's not too much he can do against a Fiddle and a Malphite. Meantime, down bot, MF and Sona are retreating from something that I did not see a minute ago.
There was a small engage there in the jungle. Wow, Fiddlesticks.
Diana coming in, Fiddle.
Darius.
Oh.
We may be seeing Malphite as well.
No, Malphite.
Darius.
Malphite's gonna get away, but they did some severe damage to that top turret. They brought it all the way down from full health to, looks like about a 1/6. Blue's also been pushing bottom turret, and
I'm shocked that even with MF using her ults to clear the creep waves bottom, that blue team has still been able to do so much damage to that tower. I mean, MF and Sona are by no means a, you know, the more short-range bruisery type of bottom lanes that we see. They're very much a poke comp, just as Caitlyn and Zyra, but I think they're just
out-poked.
Yeah.
And are we about to see it go down?
Could be. Wow. Sona taking...
And we just saw a dead Sona. Tower's down. MF is down.
Wow.
Team double kill.
That was a huge lane advantage there. Blue just came back and is now ahead about 1,000 gold from being behind about the same amount. Huge swing there. And now they feel confident enough to just take Dragon. Ari coming over.
I am being told to lower mumble levels a little bit. It seems coming through a little
certainly.
too loud.
Certainly, I'll take care of that before I say another word.
No. Stay. I'm doing it on this end. It's fine.
Ah,
I'm going to turn on my own mic as well because I'm coming through a little quiet. I'm actually getting over being sick, which is why I'm not talking as loud as I normally do.
Blue team took another purple turret up top while we were talking about volume levels. And we have a rampage. Caitlyn is quite the force to be reckoned with right now.
Damn it, I didn't mean to close that window. Sorry.
Blue is still pushing their advantage on turrets. MF clears.
Damn it.
MF's got to go back. She is not feeling too good. I think Darius is going to have to be their ace in the hole after all the pressure that's been going in on the other lanes.
Oh.
And down goes Malphite.
Yep. Those dunks. So I'm very surprised. Darius did a very good job of countering Malphite's early game advantages over him. It's something that, as a Darius player, as a top laner, I personally have trouble with.
That level and a half advantage he had going into it was certainly factored into that.
True, but, being able to capitalize on it, obviously, is a big part of that. So,
Right.
well played by Isaiah top lane.
And Fiddlesticks smites a minion.
We are seeing what looks to be the end of laning phase coming about here, with both red team's top and bottom outer towers down.
Middle tower is going to be going soon.
Looks
Not
like
going to be able to hold up against that.
Blue
Ari
team has
does
had
know
a-
that Zyra's there, and what's going to happen here?
Oh, the Piltover Peacemaker finishing off Ari there after the Zyra ult. Morgana's going to try chasing down Diana through the barren side river here.
Darius still a lot of health. Diana's running away. And we have a 4-on-3 and a weak turret.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Blue Team's bottom lane's power coming to a halt against this Darius. He is very tanky with the Warmogs and, what is the little cloth armor? Wow, I'm okay. I wanted to say chain vest. I'm like, no, that's the big one. Say I'd be surprised if, or I wouldn't be surprised if they find sort of a brick wall in Darius.
Yes,
It does look like they are going to be able to take down this tower here.
They do have a lot of poke, a lot of push, a lot of damage, but their tank has been not doing well this whole time.
Yeah. Unfortunately there, it looks like the purple team wasn't quite coordinated in that, in deciding whether or not to defend that tower. Sona going in with the ult, which could have netted them a few kills on the low Zyra and Fiddlesticks, but the rest of the team just wasn't for it.
Blue team is now up by about 3,000 gold, and we see people retreating to different lanes. Probably not going to be a team fight for a little while. Purple's making... No, not going to push the tower. Fiddle's there to defend it.
Not for very long.
Not very long. Ari may not have gotten any kills, but she has... No, she has one kill, but she has also 153 farm, which is far more than Fiddle has.
Yeah. Alright, catch everybody up. We are 23 minutes into this game. 7 kills for the blue team, 5 for the red team. Blue team is ahead. Almost 4,000 gold. Oh well, 3,500 gold. And, my tower counters haven't updated. That's interesting. We see 2 towers down, or 3 towers down for the blue team.
Diana trying to end that killing spree. It's not going to happen yet.
Heavy hitters right now. Caitlyn with 6 and 0, having a Bloodthirster's Zeal and Avarice Blade, looking to get that static shiv. And Darius 3-0 with a Warmox Vamp Scepter and the makings of Ninja Tabby.
This game is going to be won or lost on the tanks, I feel.
Yeah, it's something to be said for a fed Darius versus a fed AD carry.
And
We do
MF gets a lucky break by taking that kill.
Darius
She really needed that.
Really giving it up. Definitely needs to catch up to this devastating Caitlyn right now. Unfortunately for the purple team, I think the blue team's team fight synergy wins out in the end. So I don't know if they'll be able to come back even with a tanky fed Darius.
Oh, it's going to have to be up to Malphite. But we shall see. Everyone's grouping up in mid here. Morgana freezes Darius where he's standing.
Yeah, Morgana seems to be very effectively landing her skill shots, which is something we always like to see.
And something you'll never see with me. I've been banned from playing champions with skill shots because I can't land them.
Well, that's no fun. Wow, very early Caitlyn ult going out on that Darius. I wonder if that was just an attempt to, beat him down
Scare
a
him
little
off.
quicker, or a misjudging of his tankiness there.
Diana's evading quite well, but it's not going to be enough as she gets feared.
Wow, I'm surprised Morgana and Malphite both did nothing to affect that Diana. Surprising that they were all on top of each other.
More hard pushing, 5-on-4, but then an advantage of a turret, so minions go down due to misfortune. She loves killing minions with her ults. Everyone's popped up, everyone's popped up, everyone's stunned. So much death, 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 death.
Oh, can Caitlyn make it to pick up this Ahri kill here? No, Ahri's
Can
gonna
she?
flash away.
Ahri is safe, and Caitlyn is stuck over the wall.
Until her 90 caliber net comes back up. I think we are seeing the makings of the end of the game here. As I say, unfortunately for purple team, blue team's synergy in team fights is just magnificent.
Oh, Diana coming over. And Caitlyn gets shut down.
Yeah, it looks like when Diana backed, she was able to pick up a little more AP.
Nice dodge on Diana's behalf there.
Wow. I'm actually pretty surprised Caitlyn went down as easily as she did.
Oh,
She's been very good
Caitlyn
about
is
surviving thus
squishy.
far. Oh, well, naturally. Though she did back to finish her Static Shiv and buy a Last Whisper. So we do see Morgana here has picked up the new Seeker's Arm Guard, which is an armor ability power item that builds into Zhonya's Hourglass. It also has a stacking passive similar to Thresh's passive, where killing a unit grants half a point of armor and ability power, up to 30 times for a total of 15 additional armor and ability power. I don't
I'm not
know
seeing any.
if that passive carries over to Zhonya's Hourglass or not.
I don't believe it does.
Yeah.
And purple just narrowly missing their first turret.
We do see blue team here having clear sight of the Darius in the bush, but he just doesn't care about their damage right now.
No. What, me worry?
It looks like he opted to go for Merc Treads and build his cloth armor into a Warden's Mail, turn it into possibly a Randuin's, possibly a Frozen Heart.
Now Sona has been picking up vision wards to help clear the enemy wards out of their jungle. And we'll see another whole lot of death coming up in just a moment. A lot of stuns, knockups, ults, and that might be game. Diana, where were you just a minute ago?
It looks like she was picking up her red there, unfortunately got a little too late to the party. Oh,
Zyra does go down to the turret though. It's a lucky break for purple team. Will it be enough? Maybe not, but at least they got it.
I think Ari was able to stay out of the fight long enough to where she's a little too safe for blue team to really try anything. And with Caitlyn going down, they've lost a lot of their tower pushing, or basically all of their tower pushing power at this point.
I know a big problem that I've had in a lot of team fights is when I'm jungling, I'll be in the middle of blue or red or dragon, and there's a team fight going on, and sometimes it can be hard to tell whether the better course of action is to finish what you're doing or to go immediately help your team. That time Diana thought it would be a better idea to finish red, but they needed her there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it falls back to, the communication problems we were seeing before from the purple team. It just looks like they're not really on the same page as far as when to fight, when to not.
They are using Mumble, right?
Yes, both teams are.
Looks like Fiddlesticks might finally be getting a blue for himself. Here it comes. Here it comes. And Fiddle's first blue of the game.
Yeah.
29 minutes into it.
Fiddlesticks.
Zara walking around with a true sight. Why can't I think of the flask's name?
Oracles.
Oracles. Thank you. It's just been one of those days.
Yeah, words and stuff. Purple team almost gimping their own blue there. It's a interesting strategic move, to say the least.
Gimpy their own blue so that the other team can't steal it. Zyra's going to be getting back her cost for the oracles really soon. She's destroying wards left and right. Yeah, this is not a situation when you want to chase Ari. Here as though...
Bit of indecision going here on the red team. Looks like it will be their downfall as far as this team fight is concerned. See, now we actually just saw there one of my biggest pet peeves that I'll come back to once the end of this fight. Darius is going to be able to chase and take down Caitlyn. Very strong move for red team there. But it looks like he may get chased down by Fiddlesticks. So, see if the combination of Darius and Diana can take him down. The crow.
The crow.
Fiddlesticks bouncing crow there, able to finish off Darius, save his own.
During all of this, the purple did get their first turret, thanks to minions.
Oh,
Malphite has vision on these two.
The last thrown Q there by Diana, taking down, who was it, Zyra.
Right.
Wow. Ari doing a big amount of damage there to Malphite, but looks like she's going to chase in the wrong direction, so he's going to get away fairly scot-free. Oh, he went back in the trap.
Not a good... Oh!
Wow.
Down he goes.
Yeah.
Ari gets a shield.
And she's
Run, Ari, run!
Barrier.
Flash.
See, that's why I can't get behind barrier being in the game.
Summoner spells. Save the day for Ari.
Yep.
And I have to fight the temptation to talk to the people in the game in chat.
Alright, so back to my pet peeve I was talking about earlier. We did see, I believe it was Ari get knocked up by Zyra's ult, but still able to block Caitlyn's ult while in midair from taking down, I guess it was MF or Sona. I feel that if you are knocked up and you are not physically in front of the projectile, it should not hit you, along with other skill shots and things like that. It would add another level of difficulty to the game in, not wasting your spells when people are knocked up in the air.
Now, something that is constant annoyance to me is hearing StarCraft players talk about how easy League of Legends is because there's only one character you have to command and only 4 abilities. But it's way more than just actions per minute. This game it's an entirely different game. it's apples and oranges.
Wow, we're seeing
Oh,
another
here we
very
have another
quick
team fight,
here.
another knock up, another ult. Got the hourglass going off. Fiddlesticks goes down. Ignite stops him. Oh,
Wow.
this is the first team fight that Purple has dominated, and there's an ace.
Yeah, I'm surprised we see a 5-0 ace here. It looks like
And
Purple Team has just gotten to the point where they can out-tank Blue Team's damage.
Yeah, once again, we have some communication issues. Some of them want to go to Dragon, some of them want the turret. I mean, really, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point they can afford to multitask, luckily.
Yeah. And
They
Purple
may be
Team
able to push
gains...
in and get this inhibitor here.
Destroyed.
Oh, it looks like
Fiddle's
they're gonna
coming
opt for
up.
a top tower instead.
Wiser choice.
Oh yeah, you know, taking a look at now, Diana, Darius,
Blue team's
Uh,
turret has been destroyed.
Ari are all fairly tanky for what they are.
Right.
I'm surprised this has turned around or seemingly turned around as hard as it has. We now see a 4K gold deficit for Blue Team here, where before they were
Despite the
leading by
fact-
almost 3K.
Real big turnaround. They just have so much. Blue Team has a lot of damage output, but that Malphite fell behind, and he hasn't been able to catch up. And he needs to help keep his team alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
We see Misfortune go for a last whisper. Just gonna make it even harder for Malphite to get tanky.
Yeah, but I think at this point his ult is enough that if Blue Team, you know, gets coordinated and has a proper engage that they're looking for, that they'll be able to, you know, take the damage dealers of Purple Team down before they really get into any big combos.
If Blue Team can catch Purple off guard, just get one person out of lane, out of place, then they can really push for some serious damage.
I say, it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. It does look like Purple Team has been able to get in and take out Caitlyn when needed in fights.
And up top here we have Darius and Diana chasing down Malphite. Purple has got some support coming in, but Malphite is all alone.
Yeah, this is going to be a dead fight.
No, unless he...
Now, at this point,
His
it's a
ult-
matter
oh.
of whether Blue Team is able to take advantage of the rest of Purple Team being out there, but I don't think they're going to have quite enough time to get that inhibitor.
They're not going to get the inhib, but they've got this turret.
Has been destroyed.
And what Malphite needed to do back there is ult himself over the bridge, but he unfortunately didn't have time to.
Wow, just complete domination going down here from Purple Team on Blue Team. Obviously, being in that 4v5 situation just put them in a bad spot to begin with. Purple Team was able to come around their own jungle with the Blue Team being completely blind to what was behind them. When trying to escape, they ended up walking into the rest of the team. It looks like they are going to just walk right up to this inhibitor tower. Yeah, so we're clearly seeing some fits of miscommunication here. Diana trying to start Baron, which makes it a little more surprising even that Purple Team is able to win these fights. Like I say, I think they are just really out-tanking the damage done. When you look at how much health Darius has even tanking it. Yeah, but even tanking that tower as long as he was.
Diana's a little bit of a lone wolf over there.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like... Sad to say, unfortunately, with the lead Blue Team had before, but it looks like Purple is going to take this game. They've been able to answer all of Blue Team's engages thus far.
Now, if Blue Team can get themselves over to Baron, grab and hit them while they're weak, they could push to win.
You know, unfortunately, they have no damage. They need to be defending the top, so it's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
They're not going to have the resources at the moment.
No. Next team fight is going to win the game, and the way it's been going recently, that team fight's probably going to be going to purple.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the added addition of Baron.
Increases their gold leads to over 6,000, 6,500, looks just about.
Yeah, I was just gonna go over that. Ugh. 19 to 24 in favor of purple team now at the 39-minute mark.
Stop yawning.
Sorry, like I said, I'm getting sick. I gotta
No
remember
worries.
the mic. We are seeing, let's see, 4 towers down for the blue team, and now 6 towers down for red team. I don't know why my tower counters aren't working.
I am counting the towers. We have 2 up top, we have 2 on bottom, and 2 at the base for purple. Sorry for the snark.
So we are seeing a
Blue is
surprising lack of
regrouping.
vision from blue team right now.
They've been pretty good at keeping up sight on purple most of this game, but
Yeah, but it looks like
right now,
with the past couple fights going the way they have, it's fallen off. And I think it's really started them up for a bad trend.
purple is pushing bottom lane and pushing it hard. That turret is not going to last long.
It looks like they had started to switch their mentality from pushing in that tower to trying to bait some of the enemy team in, but to no avail. They are going to have the creeps to take this tower down, I think, without blue having much to say about it.
Blue is...
Oh, let me see the flash.
Oh, we got Morgana ult. We have a...
Oh, MF barely able to walk away without her Guardians getting proc there.
Purple is still fighting underneath that turret.
Wow. Ari's
We have Ari's
Guardians
goes
Angel
off.
is going to go down. Only
Darius is
Matt
still
will go.
taking some heavy damage.
Jeez. That Darius over
We
here
have
is
another
able to take
Guardian Angel
down-
going off.
Yeah, wow. He was able to take down Caitlin's
And we have
Guardian Angel
another
before his
Guardian Angel going off.
Dominating.
So many Guardian Angels.
GAGG coming out from Malphite and Blue Team.
Guardian Angel OP.
Yep, this could be
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
it. MF was able to live through that fight without her GA. Wow.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
We got a little bit of taunting from Fiddlesticks. Misfortune appropriately calls it rude. And that is a dead Caitlyn.
Yep, that's going to be the end of the game.
Early advantage in bottom lane does not pay off for blue team.
Yeah, I mean, it really just goes to show you, you know, giving up in this game is never really worth it. There's always
Never.
a chance to come back.
Always. I would just like to say, called it on the tankiness.
You did. Let's take a look at our damage done here. Damage dealt to champions. We see Ari coming away far and ahead. Bleh. Coming far and away the leader. Followed by Morgana, closely followed by Caitlyn from the blue team. It's interesting that we see that 2 of the top 3 belonging to the losing team in this case. This goes to show you the advantage they had early was really, you know, sizable. In terms of gold gained, we see Diana being the leader. Odd for a jungler to have the most gold in the game. Closely followed
I've done
by
it a few
Caitlyn.
times as Mundo.
Well, but, I mean, you know, Mundo goes where he pleases. He can just take everyone else's money.
Mundo Fire.
Alright, so who are you going to call for MVP this game?
I'm gonna have to go with Darius. His even with the disadvantage he had up in top lane, he was able to really push hard, really keep their Malphite off balance, and that tankiness that we were talking about really ended up paying off in the long run. Honorable mention to Caitlyn though. Caitlyn was phenomenal. Did a lot of really good stuff, but unfortunately ended up on the losing side.
Yeah, absolutely. I think let's take a gander here to see if we can find the purple team here in Mumble. They're on the Ashes Arrow channel, so let's go.
Alright, I will meet you up there.
Alright.
I was really scared.
What's up, guys?
Greetings! Well
Yo.
played, guys. Well played.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. What's up?
Oh, somebody's got the stream playing in the background there. We hear a little double voice going on.
Now,
Go ahead.
my first question to you guys, you guys won. It is a really great comeback. It was a great game to watch. One thing that we noticed was a lot of, it seemed to be lack of coordination and communication. You guys seem to, not know when to defend a turret or go for Baron, but it didn't end up, what happened with those?
I think personally I'm greedy, so I go farm a lot. So I leave my team sometimes. So they asked me to help defend with them, and I did after.
Well, you're a big man to admit your own follies.
That is why I have the most gold, I guess, the most kills, because I'm greedy.
Yep. You heard it from Diana.
But then after that, we worked together, and I think what won us the match was that dragon fight. I went in, Zonias, and then our team followed up like epically. So that's the changing point. Then we worked together better after that.
Yeah, the dragon fight was really like the game changer right there. If it wasn't for that dragon fight and we didn't win, I think the game we would have lost.
The dragon fight I was completely out of position for.
Yes, that one.
Malphite missed his ult in that
But
fight
Malphite
too.
missed his ult. And Kate, they were confused where the hell I went. Zyra was still looking for me.
Now, who was Darius?
Azia, he doesn't have a mic.
Azia. Well, I was going to ask him about how it was going up against Malf up in top lane, but if he can't talk, then he can't talk. I'm just going to congratulate him. We called him
You can type
for
it humble.
MVP.
You can just have somebody read what he's saying.
He actually, it was a very big miscommunication during Champions Select, what happened, and Darius was readied up at the very last second and switched to because he was going to switch with our jungler, but I don't exactly know what happened.
Right.
So taking Darius against Malphite, I don't know if that would have been his number one choice, but he did it at the last second just to get a top pick in.
Right. Yeah, because originally he was Cho'Gath.
That was going to be for the jungler, though. We think. There's a lot of communication errors. If you guys saw that there was communication errors all throughout our team.
Yeah. It ended up, fortunately you guys were able to communicate on the important point, which was get tanky because they poked too hard.
The Guardian's Angels was a great idea. Like, I think 3 of us had Guardian Angels, and I got mine pretty early. I was more survivability. I think I only had like 180 AP for most of the game, if not all the game.
Bottom lane, how was it going up against all that pressure?
Oh, God.
It sucked.
Yeah, it sucked. I should have brought Lulu, but we wanted the CC ult to combine with the Mets ult later on in game. So Lulu would have at least added us more poking pressure.
Yeah, they had a distinct advantage for a lot of the early game, and it's unfortunate, but you guys were able to come back and pull through for the victory. And congratulations, and congratulations to Darius, who is our MVP.
Yeah, go Darius.
Miss Fortune kept up with CS on the bot for a good portion of the early game. I kept checking, and she wasn't too far behind for us being underneath turret the entire time.
Yeah, we
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't bad at all, but being down 6 kills, however.
Yeah, I mean, I really needed to catch up, and the best that I could do was really try and make plays, and we made the right plays when capitalized on their mistakes. So that's just how it went. We weren't doing as well in our lane, so I commend Caitlyn and Zyra, but we capitalized otherwise.
Well, let this be a lesson to everyone out there watching. Just because you fall behind in the early game doesn't mean anything. Stick through it, build tanky, and you can come out on top.
Well, I
Don't
wouldn't say it
AFK,
doesn't mean
man.
anything. I would just say that it's not a guaranteed loss if you fall behind early game. As proven.
All right, I like speaking in absolutes.
Well, that's absolutely terrible.
Never speak in absolutes and always avoid alliteration.
Yeah. Exactly. All right.
All right.
So I guess we can pop over to Vladimir's pool party here, see if we can get in touch with the blue team, see what their thoughts are.
And thank you, Purple Team, for playing, and congratulations again.
Thanks, casters.
you.
Well, what's up, guys? Anybody here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
Sir.
we're here.
All right, we'll just wait on Death Squirrel. Excuse me.
Here I am. It took me a little while to find Vladimir's pool party.
Hello.
Yeah, it's one of the better named channels, I think, on this server.
I do like Gangplank's booty.
Yeah, that's a good one, too.
Tarek's meth lab is my favorite, actually.
Tristana's pocket rockets. There's a lot of good ones on here. Oh, guys, what happened?
We were going for a big, nice AoE comp, and then
Yeah.
once we got in the game, we realized we can't get it to layer just the way we want it.
It was a very bold strategy.
Well, we tried.
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah.
It worked off quite well early game. What was the main thing was we couldn't exactly get a focus target down the way we wanted
Yeah.
to, and then they built GAs a lot. So like we saw that the GAs kind of was an intimidation factor because like
Yeah.
oh we have to kill them twice. You know what I mean? It was 4 of their players at 30-something minutes had GAs.
Yeah, we tried to layer those AoEs, and by them not working, we just kept feeding them more and more kills and just making it harder on ourselves.
I think we depended on our ults way too much because our AoE, since they started buying too many GAs, we depended on our ults too much to deal damage. Since they started buying GAs, we can't really kill them anymore.
Right. Now I have a question. What was going on with all the revives in the beginning? We thought we were going up against... you guys were a bunch of trolls or something.
We're just trying to mess with you guys, really. Keep you on your
You
toes.
mean they're not a bunch of trolls?
Yeah, so it comes out they were just messing with us.
Only trolling y'all with you. That's all we do.
Yeah.
We might have won, actually, if we took those, so it could have changed the
Yeah.
game.
We could have
Those
won.
5 teleports.
Revive home god. GG.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have a Rammus, though.
Who needs 20,000 movement speed?
Yeah, or Singed or Hecarim. You know, any of the
Oh, God.
mobility champions.
Master Yi.
I don't know, that would just be the saddest thing in the world. You kill a Singed, and then all of a sudden he shows up 12 seconds later with more health.
Don't chase me, bro.
Well, you guys certainly did a very good job keeping them on their toes in the early game. They had to work really hard to come back from the advantage that you had against them. Everyone played very well. Oh, another question. The invade that you guys did. Whose idea was that?
That was Zyra's idea. It was actually, I was completely behind it. Was carrying the entire, I was ADCing, so I was 1000% behind that, because if we could land a stun, I had a trap right behind it, just sort of bang bang play, just to sort of get one kill and secure a blue. One of the best parts about that was we were able to clear their blue camp, and we knew the timers on their blue, and I think we took it about twice after the first time we took it. And they never cleared our timers, so we had the timers for both blues and our own red.
Nice. That was a pretty good strategy. A question for Fiddle. Why did you wait 30 minutes to take a blue for yourself?
Well, I mean, they didn't clear our blue, and we had given, I forget whatever the first blue, oh, Zyra took it.
I accidentally stole it, and I did apologize.
Yeah, I was saving Smite, actually, to try and get my red buff really quick and just go from there. And then Zyra just came back, one more auto attack, and it beat out mine, and it just kind of screwed me there.
So I thought it was part of a deeper strategy, and Benedict said it was an accident. So turns out he's right on this one.
we kind of tried to turn it around, and we just let Zyra just sit there and poke and poke and poke in the bottom lane, and the blue helped us out tremendously in bottom lane. But then we failed too much in other aspects of our game for us to really capitalize on what they did down there.
Fiddlesticks told us if we didn't win bottom lane, he was going to murder us, so we tried our best.
Well, you guys certainly won bottom lane. I give bottom lane champions to you guys. Unfortunately, bottom lane is not the whole game.
Bottom lane is not the whole game.
No, that's top lane. That's the whole game. If you win top, you win the game.
Malphite,
That's
you
a new
gotta...
meta.
Is Malphite in here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Darius hit 3 before you even hit 2. That must have sucked.
Yeah, that was really, really scary. I didn't know how to lane against a Darius, and I barely played a Malphite, so I didn't really know what to deal with that.
Speaking of
Right.
champ picks, was the foregoing of the third ban intentional?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
We thought we could go with either a Shen or a Malphite top, depending on what else they would pick.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Pulling
It
one out of our bag of
was-
tricks there.
Yeah, that was completely planned, and I cannot tell you how much we talked about that. That was so planned. Just
So that
mad.
was there also an intimidation factor in that?
Yeah, we were just like, we're not worried. You can do whatever you want, and then we'll just come back and win, and then
We were okay as long as we had a Kha'Zix out, in all honesty.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're about when's the next game supposed to start? Wasn't that like 20 minutes ago?
No, 15 minutes. We've still got time. I'm setting up the lobby now.
Okay, good. I was under the impression they were every hour.
well, good casters. GG.
Well, GG guys, thank you very much for playing.
GG.
Thank you. We look forward to coming back next week.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to jump back down to the caster channel now. And once again, I'd like to thank Death Squirrel for casting with us this week.
Thank you for having me. I certainly hope that I can do it again.
We're going to kill the stream now, get set up for our 5th game. Once again, this is Venetius signing off.
And Death Squirrel, and thank you.